Let's see how that works. Oh, not as hot as advertised, I don't think, today. Let's get rolling, guys. We might be going to Costco. I don't know if I need a big rotten chicken, though. That's the problem. Ronnie, I don't know if I need that chicken. I reckon it can sit a while, but like this morning, I had a chicken on Jewish rye. For a nice how's your meat. Hey, sure nuts, how you doing? A nice how's your meat sandwich. Alright, please hit the thumbs up, by the way, if you didn't see that beautiful galette. Man, that thing was so tasty. We took those plums and made a beautiful filling for a French galette. Man, that thing was excelente. What's going on, Naomi? How you doing, babe? You should have had a piece of that galette. Those plums are delicious. Welcome in, everybody. It's nice to see Ronnie today. Ronnie, me boy. My brother from a different Bubba. Elmer. Life behind the Iron Curtain. Adenauer and the East German regimes. The workers' paradise. Smells like something's burning. I don't know if somebody's house is on fire or something. Or else they're cooking up some big meats or something. I don't know what it is. I thought I smelled big meats. Big bad. Big bad meat. Oh no, we got Flag Boy down here. Oh crap. What's going on? We got Flag Boy. No, maybe not. We're filling in there. We don't know what we're doing. Somebody wanted to get some meats. They're blocked from getting some big meats. Here's Amazon boy. There is Amazon boy. I'm gonna check this lottery ticket I got before. We'll see if it's any good. Stand by. Welcoming everybody. Judy. been a successful week. We've got some good jobs under our belt this week. That's the good news, boys. We put a few sunny bucks. What's going on, Kelly? How are you? Oh boy. Yeah, we might be going over to my boy got some White Claws there for tonight. We're gonna be going over to I think we're gonna go over to Costco. We got Amazon boy out here somewhere around here. I don't know what happened. Amazon boy slipped away somewhere. I don't know what's going on. Joni Portwood, how are you? What are they doing with Mitch McConnell? Hiding him down there? Boys like Weekend at Bernie's or something. Hello, Ashley. Let's see, my charger's not running. I'm using a small one, Ronnie. That means it's always a total pain in the ass. I don't know why the big one is always foolproof. Alan Gentry, hello. I don't know why the small one is always problematic. I think we're going to go over to Costco after a few hours or so. We're just going to hang out a bit. I'm trying to think of what I need. I think I'm going to grab a chicken, some of the ham. I'm going to get a chicken and a ham. I'm not going to get this ground beef because it's too much for me. They sell it in like the 800-pound packages. And I don't roll that way, boys, you know. But I would like to make a Salisbury steak on Saturday. Last time I made it, it was probably one of the tastiest dishes I ever made, which shocked me. I think it's like a Weekend at Bernie's thing going on down there, Alan Gentry. This, you know, I don't know what this guy's, you know, if you can't discharge your duties. But I think the governor of Kentucky's a Democrat, so there's no way they're going to allow him to have a chance to pick a replacement. That would upset the delicate balance of the Senate, so that's not going to happen. You get some radical nut job in there. Where's the good-looking flag girl? We got flag boy over here. Where's my girl here? I don't see her down there anymore. They must have put her on another job site. What's happening, Judy? Boy, did that galette turn out good. I hope you saw my YouTube shorts. That sucker was amazing. All right, boys, are we gonna be a bunch of cowboys riding a bike, or what are we doing? We're gonna go hang in the park. There you go. Or we're gonna be on the sidewalk. No, we're gonna go to the park. There we go. Now we're gonna turn right in there. There we go. I gotta be with my homie. Well, you can't, as a governor, you can't force a senator to do anything. Problem is that the governor of Kentucky's a Democrat, so there's no way the Republicans, even if Mitch McConnell's dead right now, there's no way that they're going to let the governor do a replacement because he would change the whole balance of the Senate. So that's never going to happen. Please hit the thumbs up button. So we just play the weekend at Bernie's. Looks like a lot of young loggers down here today. I'm not sure what you're saying will happen, GTB, because you left off the rest of the sentence. Well, yeah, like I say, I deferred to Joni. Joni lives in Kentucky, Richmond, Kentucky. So there's that. But your boy might come walking in a week or so, and that's that. All right, there's parking boy. Oh, there he is. We got a new parking boy there. It's called politics, ladies and gentlemen. It's called good old hardball politics. Well, you can give all the ultimatums you want, but a governor has no power over a senator. I hate to say it, one's on the state level and one's on a federal level. And there's absolutely no connection between the two. So I have more power over Mitch McConnell than the governor of Kentucky does. Yeah, sooner or later it's live or dead, it'll come in. It's not like a lot of important shit's coming down the pike anyway right now. Sooner or later it's either going to be a weekend at Bernie's or whatever it's going to be. So welcome in everybody. Happy Thursday to you. I'm keeping an eye on my power pack. It's been a great week. Fantastic cooking this week. We did lasagna on Saturday. We made sauce, red sauce. Diced tomatoes, did a galette last night. I'm just like, we are just on a roll. We have been on an absolute roll. Come Monday, the onions are done drying. Shine check, I'm going to sack them up, pull the red onions, and then the onion harvest is officially over. And then we're going to get some carrots down. That's what it is now. What it is now. Before that, he wasn't good. I don't know how he got the job, what it is now. Ain't life funny? You have to prepare for the future. I say, Carol, ain't she sweet? She's a nice, delicious treat. Canada Dry Ginger Ale, ain't that sweet? Now's a good time to buy Tesla. I have no idea, GTV. No idea, my friend. But we're going to have the weekend at Bernie's for a while here. That's for sure. Please hit the thumbs up, guys. We're way behind on the thumbs up. Please take a second to like the stream. We don't have any memberships, channel memberships, no GoFundMes, no Patreons. Just you and your thumbs up. All content for all people, all the time. Always has been. Always will be since January 4th of 2013. Carol, it's nice to see you. I hope everything's good in New York. Hey, Steve. I know a friend of mine on the channel is heading up to Saratoga Springs August 1st. The big August meet takes place in Saratoga Springs, which is a beautiful, wealthy town. There should be term limits on the house in Santa Rosa. I think a good chicken parmesan and primera would taste really delicious. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have a chicken. We'll have it there, Naomi. I'm thinking I really kind of have a taste for the Salisbury steak. Last time it turned out so doggone good. The taste was incredible. But we've got a couple days to figure it out. Tomorrow's Friday, of course, for regular shopping. I'll just pick up a couple things at Costco today. More for just the trip and the fun than anything else. We've got some young loggers getting off the train. But you know, elections will be here before you know it. I mean, what the hell? We're almost in September. We're butt up against tomorrow's the penultimate day of July, which means that Christmas is bearing down on us very quickly right now. I think he should have to retire at 65. I think I'm even already. Yeah, I don't know. I think the theory of the Senate was you need some very experienced people that have a very high degree of continuity on certain, like armed services and intelligence and things like that. You need to have. That's why they call the Senate the senior body. Because you'll only ever turn over 1/3 of the Senate every election. So that ensures that you're keeping a pretty stable crew of people. Let's get through Halloween first. Man, the spirit stores are already open, Steve. August 1st, boom, baby, they're ready to go. The doors swing open. Watch the magic pumpkin. Happy, happy Halloween, silver shamrock. Do, 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 do. Watch the magic pumpkin, kids. Do, 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 do. Halloween 8, the season of the witch or whatever. Goofy. I don't know, but it's a lovely day today. It's not as hot as it was yesterday. So I'm excited. Monday I'm going to be brushing off the onions, cutting off the roots, cutting off the tops, putting them into the bags, and we're ready to use them. Hard to believe. We just store them in a cool place. Probably your Shine Shack's the best place to store them. Halloween means another year older for me. Honey, is that your birthday? Halloween, babe? '27th, that's cool. Well, October babies, that's kind of cool. Oh, what's this guy yelling at? Oh! You can't call a special election until somebody resigns or is removed by the Senate. If we could call special elections all the time, oh, what a world it would be. You can't replace somebody unless they're impeached or resigned. You have to wait for the election cycle to do that. Hell, I don't know. He could walk in Monday and be, hey, good to be back, slapping skin. I don't know. I don't know what, you know, who knows? Who knows what our boy's doing? He's got his He's got his gal there with him. Good and faithful sidekick. It's glorious here. Don't you just love coastal California? Yeah, I was going to say, Alan, with your electric bill, you best be swimming every day. Boo 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 boo. Boo 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 boo. They're predicting an El Nino. They're always predicting something. Who in the hell knows? I mean, you can put a lot of faith in these guys. I think it was in China. If they die. I'm planting more zenith zoysia seedling plugs. That's good for your grass. This weekend I'm gonna pull the onions I have left, which is quite a few, 20 more onions at least out there, which is gonna bring me up to about 60. And then I'm gonna spade that really well, get rid of the weeds, and then put some carrots down. Senators don't win to retire, they like to live the high life. Yeah, it's the high life. They get that bean soup in the Senate office building. He had that medical, he wasn't good. None of them are in good shape. No, I've got red onion, Spanish onion, and Walla Walla. I put down 3 varieties, and they just went like gangbusters, dude. I'm just saying, I couldn't believe it. If I store them properly, I've dried them properly, then I have onions for shit till next season. They charge like $1.99 a pound for red onions, and some of these red onions are 2.5 pounds. These things are so heavy. How do you store them? Well, I've been drying. Monday will be 2 weeks. They've been pulled and sitting on the table on cardboard, which allowed the tops to dry and the roots. So you cut the roots off and you cut a bit of the top down. And then you can brush them off and then put them in the mesh bags. And then you can store them for months and months and months. And you know, I'm always making soups. I can store them in the Shine Shack. It's cool. The fan's on there. All of the citrus trees, the Washington navel orange tree, and the Trovita orange tree beautifully shade the Shine Shack. I got pears coming in. I'll store them in the Shine Shack. And starting tomorrow, I'm gonna start 8 to 10 days on it. It's summertime here now. Yeah, pears have to be ripened, so they're never gonna tree ripen. Hello, Miss Tree. No, yeah, so please hit the thumbs up if you're just coming in, or if you've been here for a bit. Please take a second to hit the thumbs up button. Thank you. So, and the other thing I use is a lot of carrots. Now, carrots don't keep quite so long. I'd have to have them under refrigeration. Yes, I did. I froze about 30 pounds of peaches. And that galette I made last night was out of this world with those plums. Ooh, I macerated those babies. Hey Lee, speaking of onion, have you ever tried shallots? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've had shallots. They're good. They're used in a lot of Chinese cooking. Nice to see you, Lee. They're used in a lot of Chinese cooking. I figure eventually when I'm not really able to travel too much, then I'll put the back 40 into full production. And it'll be a gigantic operation. I'll be limited by whatever well water I can pull up, but there's not many people pulling on wells anymore in the neighborhood. And I happen to be in a kind of a slightly low spot there, which is good. So I don't pay anything to the city or the county water department to be able to take care of my planter boxes. And I'm going to get another good load of tomatoes for saucing too. Another couple weeks we're going to be able to put down another good load, another 7 pints of sauce. Oh, that sauce was tasty too. Ooh, that sauce was good. I heated up some. I got one last section of lasagna left from Saturday night. That bad boy was woof. I just got a weed whacker going to go in the small bag. I will try grow something next year. What do you like? What's your favorite vegetable, Carol? New York should be pretty good for growing. Just make a little 8x8 plot. Yeah, I'm going to be planting carrots, I think. Oh, that breeze is kicking in nice. No rocks in soil for straight carrot. Yeah, you have to work the soil. I've grown carrots successfully before with no problem. Yeah, cabbage, you're in a good climate for cabbage. It won't burn up as easily in summertime. I consider onions and tomatoes the backbone of my operation. This, is the beauty of the San Marzano tomatoes as opposed to the kind that grow tall is they just stayed close to the ground. They didn't need any staking at all. Beautiful. You plant a big old garden. You're gonna have, yeah, I know, Alan. And I don't like to be wasteful. I put in some Silver Queen corn, some tomatoes, onions, carrots, maybe some sweet potatoes. always had worms, brassias. Yeah, maybe some Brussels sprouts. This is a very good place for growing here. It's, there's not a lot of bugs. It's too dry for a lot of bugs. You don't get a lot of like too much rain diseases and funguses and all that. What's going on, NH? Please hit that thumbs up button. Brussels sprouts are great. Trim them up, cut them in half, pop them on a baking tray, pour a little drizzle, a little olive oil and salt and pepper on. Woo! Put those babies in 400. 20 minutes. Take them out and enjoy and thank me later. It's like that galette, that flavor of those plums was incredible. So easy to make. Netting is a must, Rosie family. Oh, sweet chili sauce. Man, that sounds good. I have to grow lettuce with what's going on. Somebody said to me, Carol, I'm always ahead of the curve because I don't eat any greens. I just take them up. Yeah, they get big. They'll give you nice big tomatoes, which I enjoy. The reason I like to work with the San Marzanos is they're great for canning. So it's like they keep producing, so I'm going to get one more great harvest out to do 7 more pints if you're whacked in. See, we don't really get tomato worm and all that crazy stuff here. Gambler, what's going on? I like Rutgers tomatoes. I like, I've had Brandywines before. I've had Cherokees. I've had Ace. I've had Big Boy, Better Boy, Worst Boy, Celebrity Girl, Big Girl. Yeah, Worst Boy. If you ever throw it one, you can grow just about anything. That's right. My friend plants a bunch of Cherokee Purple. They're good, but my problem with heritage tomatoes is that you don't get a lot of yield. Yeah, collard greens. My problem with spinach, I've grown spinach many times. By the time you cook it down, there's like hardly anything left. I might put down some bok choy. Don't get excited, Elmer. I get some bread in 1966 at Auburn University. There was some kind of Russian or Ukrainian variety I had. I didn't get enough tomatoes to make it worthwhile. No, we don't have any. I don't have any worm problems. Nothing. Tomatoes and onions are very resistant to, a lot of those problems here because it's so very dry. The climate, the humidity is so low. I could put up a greenhouse, but it's I don't need that much yield. I mean, if I had 20, 30 people, then I would have already had everything in full production. I would be putting up 200 jars of sauce. Be going around the clock for a week. The good thing, natural gas is so cheap now. What's going on, Adam? I was a canning fool. Now canning's like second nature. Not sure if I would grow corn or wait to get a good deal. It's hard to get a good deal on corn these days because, like, if Safeway, they'll have 8 years for their dollar, but they'll limit you to 8 years. If you could get like 100 years or something, then you could do a lot of canning of some good sweet corn, Brentwood corn. What are you planting in your garden? Well, I've already harvested onions. I got some more onions coming out, and I've canned and harvested tomatoes like crazy. So I'm gonna put down some bok choy and some carrots. My pumpkin's still growing. That's gonna be the biggest badass pumpkin in the neighborhood. Me pumpkin. That baby's got to be a good 20 pounds now. No, I don't plant any turnip greens. Although I do like parsnips and turnips. All right, we're gonna give it a hug. Here we go. Bye. Love you. The boys are leaving. Woo, let's smash into each other. There we go. Pumpkin weigh more than me, man. That's a big pumpkin. Collared like that. Yeah, the whole, and you boil it down and it's nothing, man. It's like, where'd it go? I think tomatoes are the most grown one. Just planted a second round. Yeah, the bok choy is easy. You got to be careful here because of the heat. They have a lot of Chinese farms out Allen's Way in the Delta country that grow a lot of bok choy and choy sum and some of those great Chinese vegetables. Okay, there go the boys. They got their fruit. How you doing, Ken? So the thing I've liked about the planter boxes is they're very easy to work. If I stand on the outside of the planter box, I got a sidewalk there and it's a perfect height to diddle around and work. I didn't worry about the irrigation this year. I just figured hand watering. Just relaxing after work. That's what I'm doing. I'm having some coffee, hanging out for a couple hours or so, and then heading over to Costco. I think I'm gonna get a chicken. Carrots. I'm gonna see if any other deals are around. Okay, there goes Tomato Lady. She gave the boys a hug. How do you can your tomato without compromising your seal on the lid? Well, I rarely keep anything for a year. I will deep six it if it's a year. And number two, if you wipe your tops of you, once you fill them with your hot sauce, and if you wipe the top real well and then wipe it with vinegar, the rim and the bottom of the lid, that vacuum pulls that so tight you really have to work to get that seal broken. That's why you have to store stuff. That's why you have to store stuff without rings on it, so you can see if a lid pops. Let's see, would you ever move back to North Carolina? Who are you talking to, Ken? Talking to corn guy, the Escalon. There was a fruit stand on there. They sold 10 ears of corn for $1. Ooh, grill 'em, baby. Ever since they were growing alcohol, it's hurt the corn business. Out here, I never see anybody. I mean, I walk through Bear Farm, our community garden down the road a bit, and I never see any big ears of corn. I do in old Central Public Government. Yes, I do in East Germany, Elmer. You can't fool me, Elmer. If I would ever live back in North Carolina, of course I would. It would be upland North Carolina. It'd be up country. Even though coastal is beautiful, I spent a lot of time in Corolla, Dock, Nag's Head, Kitty Hawk. It's such a beautiful state. And yeah, I love up country. I like the people in Carolinas, South and North Carolina. I like the pace of life's a bit slower. Fruit has been canned. Yeah, I mean it's gonna keep. You can tell when you go to open something at them. If you get a good vacuum seal, you'll be prying that baby off, and that air will rush in. That's why I remove the rings to seal, because you can see if a lid starts to go bad. If you got the ring on, you might pull the ring and just pull the lid and use it. The ring will keep it clamped down even when it's gone bad, so that's dangerous. It makes me feel happy. You like the idea of canning meat? What I should have done, I don't know if you can can ham or not, I don't know. Remember I had that like 68 cent a pound ham? Kentucky is slow living. How you doing, Ace? Yeah, the Outer Banks are wonderful. Especially if you're used to Ocean City, which is overcrowded as hell, and then Virginia Beach, which gets violent and shit. You get down to the Outer Banks, and you got to have a little bit of scratch to be down there. You got to have a little bit of Mazuma, and it's a much quieter pace of life. It's a nice change. Salt ham makes it easy to store. It's all in how much time, whether you pressure can it or regular water bath can it. Pressure canning is the gold standard for canning because it forces out every bit of possible air. But when you do stuff hot pack like I do, you're safe. It's a problem if you cold pack diced tomatoes, then the heat may not get to the very core of the jar. And if it stays too long in the boiling water, then it breaks down and it just gets funky. I've been canning for years. Oh man, they ran the Pizza Huts out of town here. They were so bad. Lord, what they charge for pizza is unbelievable. I was over at Costco. People said, Roosevelt, you've got to get the Costco pizza. I damn thing I could only eat one piece of it. It was so damn big. London moved to North Carolina. I know, Carol, a lot have moved to Florida. It's like New York at the South now. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, how you doing? I couldn't leave New York. There's no way. At least New York City. I would miss it too much. I don't care if I was $1,800 for the tiniest studio. I wouldn't care. Supreme Pizza was I'm not sure what that is, Boy Blue. I was yeah, it was a good pizza, but the thing was huge. The thing was enormous. I got 2 pieces. I ended up eating one of them. It's good. I mean, I think I make a better one, but it was good. You'll notice I don't do a lot of stuff that has a lot of bread to it. Like I don't do Stouffer's pizza, French bread pizza. I don't do deep dish pizza. Everybody moved here from Brooklyn and the Bronx and boroughs. Oh, I'm sure it is, Adam. Yeah, as for me, if I was in New York, and it's always been my dream someday to take a place there for a month or so. Car 54, where are you? Everybody likes different stuff. I just I don't really just dig a lot of bread when I'm eating pizza. I like a thin New York style. What's up, brother? Cracking your way? Everything okay? Yeah. What's going on, Steve Fowler? Great show. Just got back from Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge for a few days. Yeah, man. You're living the life, brother. I'm just afraid those places, Steve, are getting so discovered now and so overrun with people. I swear I'm going to get a place up in the Dakotas. I'm going to get a place in Grand Forks or whatever. Seems like everybody and his dog's moving down there. Hey, Angus Kisses. I love to ranch up my pizza. What does that mean, ranch it up? Most all the grease just runs off. Hey, Icy. That way for years. New York style tends to be. It's good because you're getting that pepperoni, that sausage on it. The cheese is giving up its joy juice. It's meant to be an experience to eat it. But I'm afraid that whole Maggie Valley area down there that got so hot with development and people wanting the Smoky Mountain lifestyle. Oh, I saw Popcorn Sutton making moonshine down there and all that. I think, look at the Skyline Drive in Front Royal and down in Luray. Down the Skyline Drive is beautiful down there. Blacksburg, Lynchburg, Roanoke. Yeah, now everybody and his mother wants to be down there. Yeah, Dolly Parton's humble. She's a good gal. I have a feeling she ain't gonna be around much longer. I don't know. All right, are we going to hot yoga or what are we doing today? We don't know. You got popcorn from Maggie Valley. Okay, maybe it's time for everyone to. Well, they've done that very successfully, Adam. Trust me, they don't need your help. They don't need you in the bedroom, bro. Mac and cheese. They've built a lot of new co-ops here. One bedroom, 2008. Yeah. Well, if I lived in New York, he'd have to pry me out of there. I don't think I'd be living up in the Bronx up there. I don't think I'd be living in Staten Island. I have no idea what the Lower East Side's like these days. It's been a while since I've been down there. Sometimes people tell me it's a bit sketchy walking through. Old smoky salted caramel. Adam lives a good life. Can you believe? No overhead, Boy Blue. 0 overhead, 0 running costs. You can be a saving machine. I'm jealous of that life. Yeah, the good life, the there's good Lord, nothing but country folks. New York's a beautiful state. People associate New York with New York City, and nothing could be further from the truth. You've got beautiful western New York State. You've got up at Messina, up on the St. Lawrence Seaway. Buffalo's made a strong comeback. Syracuse. These are wonderful. Lockport. Rochester. Airborne radar systems and propulsion can represent their core political and military strength. That's got to be Elmer. I'm currently learning it. I've been to Manhattan once, and I've never run on the subway with tattoos all over. I can show you that right here in California, man. But you know what? It's a free country, baby. And I'm proud to be an American, and if I want tattoos on my hiney. That's the most words you've ever typed. I guess Elmer's fixing to write a book. How you doing, Callie? I heard from my editor today. She gave me a couple contacts for doing my cover. Tomatoes, I don't want to be. Oh, tornadoes. I don't know. New York City's wonderful. You either love it or hate it. I was over in Washington Heights, Englewood Cliffs. That's a really poppin' area of New Jersey now. That's beautiful. Young families in there. When I went up to church in there, it was wonderful. Beautiful community. All you have to do is just pop right across the bridge, boom, and you're right in Manhattan. What's going on, Kelly? I'll get a caretaker on the Rancho, baby, and I'm gone for a while. Hey, Jimmy, what's going on? I haven't seen you in a while. Before COVID, you never see someone working with tattoos on their face. I think a lot of people are still hesitant to tattoo their face and neck and their lower hands. Especially women, they want to be able to wear long sleeves at work, and or a jacket and a blouse. I mean, I hate to say it, I hate to sound awful, but you're not going to work at Goldman Sachs, you're not going to be on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, you're not going to be at JP Morgan Chase. I'm sure I haven't had the chance to see you. Yes, a lot of people are thriving in this economy and a lot are struggling. What's going on, Brett? You know, when you facial tattoos, you're cutting yourself out of a lot of professional jobs. I don't make the rules. I mean, that's a decision that has to be made very carefully. It's fine to have one on your hoo-ha or your rear end, your thighs, boob or something, but as far as, you know, or a tramp stamp or something like that. But that's a personal choice, so I've never, I don't speak about that. Hoo-ha, that's it. How do people survive when they're apprentices? Wow, I mean, number one, you got to get out a little more, Kelly. You're in the metropolitan area of one of the greatest cities in the northern hemisphere. The world is your oyster right there in Toronto. There's Blue Jays games. Do a new trip to the Hockey Hall of Fame. Do a food exploration down Yonge Street. Go visit my pals at Royal Bank of Canada Tower. Yeah, I saw, well, what was there to see? He's not going to say anything. Hey, Eraser. Saratoga, baby. Fauci was a disaster. Just like our local health official here, Sundry Maisie. What a joke. She's going to come back and tell you how crowded it was. Now for the month of August, basically France shuts down. Oh, there we go, yeah. Well, it's, you know, I can't tell people what to do. I mean, I don't know. The guy was a narcissistic creep. I always have worries about people that go into public policy medicine, as opposed to being everyday practitioners, public health people. Yeah, she flew to taking a cruise to Athens. Yeah, I know she's not in France, babe. I didn't say she was in France. I said she's going to come back and tell you how disgusting it was in Greece to be herded around like cattle in Santorini, and it was awful trying to walk up the sidewalks and climb the cliffs. It was so loaded with tourists, and it was awful. I would go to Europe in the dead of January. And I wouldn't care if it was pouring ass rain in Paris. There wouldn't be anybody around. Pray, Adam. They covered up his body. Santorini, yeah. Santorini's where they have the whitewashed homes on the cliffs that have the blue roofs. And the cruise ships unload everybody, stampedes into town like cattle. Yeah, you've seen the buildings whitewashed with the beautiful blue domes and stuff. It's a nice picture. It's beautiful. But who wants to go to Venice? Who wants to go to Venice when it's being overrun with all these slobs from all over the world? You go there in peak tourist season. Uh-oh, the shark is here. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. The parking meter shark is here. Please hit the thumbs up. Would I ever plead the fifth? Of course. Our Constitution guarantees us the right to not incriminate ourselves, but that's usually in a court of law. I don't know what the rules are in the House. I'm not sure what the rules are in the House. I would rather cruise up the North End or whatever. This is nice. I mean, there's no doubt, Naomi, a Baltic Scandinavian cruise could be lovely. You start at Denmark, you work your way into St. Petersburg in Russia, and then you move up to Sweden and Norway and Finland. Beautiful trip. Do 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 do. Who are you talking to, Boy Blue? I don't even know who he's. What are you talking about? I think it's a cop-out, tell you. We possess technical capabilities as well as core military competencies. Elmer must have been doing some work on the internet. Copy and paste. All I can say, Elmer, is Waschbecken, wer wasch, Gerspolen, wer boten. So why do all the people in the side chat hate all the people in the A lot of people forget that taking the piss is a god. It isn't by itself proof of. Yeah, exactly. It's like if I'm guilty, you have to prove it. I'm not going to incriminate myself. Anything I say can and will be used against me in a court of law. Oh, he should explain. I don't know. I don't know if he's right. He's not required to. But his track record of incompetence speaks for itself. As are many people in public medicine, public health officers and shit. Our health secretary here in the county was a disaster. Absolute disaster. Total dipshit. She's one of the reasons I finally wanted to stop working after 22 years and having to see that dope come around. Thank you, Steve Fowler. Just a tip jar for coffee on the way. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Good to see you. I hope your mom's doing well. And don't forget, guys, November we have the big fundraiser, so please start to save your shekels. We're going to try to at least match last year. Thank you very much, Steve. I appreciate you. Let's look at my record to see how many jabs I took. Let's say hi to Mary first. Let's see how many jabs we took. I was one of the first people, because I'm in the health field at that time. On January 1st, January 25th of 2021, at the Sonoma County Fairgrounds, I had my first shot of Moderna. On February 22nd, I had my second shot. On November 2nd of 2022, is that right? November 2nd of 2021, I had my third shot, Moderna. Then on January 27th of 2022, I had my fourth shot. And on October 25th of 2022, I had my fifth shot. I basically filled up my whole card there. And you know what? I'm hella fit, boys. Why not? I'm a believer. I know a lot about immunology, virology, vaccinations, that's why. My father died of COVID. He would be alive if he didn't catch it, if he caught it 1 month later. There's nothing special about the science of virology and immunology. I needed it. I never got sick. A lot of people around me got COVID. I traveled, went everywhere. I didn't get shit. I get a flu shot every year. The 1 year I didn't get it 2 years ago, I got the flu. And, you know, but I didn't feel too bad that I could go get a milkshake afterward at Jack in the Box. Once it was determined that I was going to live. Anybody that they know the vaccines. I have every vaccine you can get. The 2 shingles shots, polio, diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, everything you can get. Everything that you can get, I wanted and I got. I'm about ready to re-up my tetanus shot, and I'll be first in line for the flu vaccine. I was standing in line as a kid outside the Baltimore City Public Library when they were giving out the oral polio sugar cubes back in the day. I took it and then threw up in a big barrel. I got the pneumonia shot, RSV, yes. I've always taken every vaccine I can ever get. And the only thing I have, I'm a little gaseous in the morning. No, I felt nothing for the shingles vaccines, and I'm protected for life. I saw my father go through shingles. I said, oh, hell no. My son says they want to kill us. It's Soylent Green, Steve Fowler. Hey, it's a free country. You can get it or not. I've had every damn shot you can get, man. They shot me to hell. Remind me, August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, if you donate blood, you get a pint of Screaming Mimi's ice cream. Seems like a fair trade-off. Yeah, shingles is a 2-shot series, Shingrix. Oh yeah, I believe in the flu shot too. Especially the older you get, the more critical it is that you get the respiratory syncytial virus, the pneumonia vaccine. That pneumonia will put you down, that'll be it. One day you'll be here, the next day you'll be standing in front of the Lord giving an account of your life. How did that happen? Where am I? Yeah, it's a good fair trade-off. I mean, what the hell? I'll give blood. I don't want to be... Last time I gave blood about 5 years ago, they mangled me so much because I'm O negative, universal donor. They were salivating. It took 5 people to needle me up. Not one of them could competently draw blood, so the hell with it. Hopefully, you know, they've advanced the technology. We're going to find out. Yeah. Well, I don't usually eat ice cream, but hell, Screaming Mimi's is the best ice cream in the whole North Bay. My steak and working needle. Yeah, I'm a little worried about mine, man. I'm telling you, Ronnie, I've been, they had 5 goes at me over 2 hours. I said, you know what, boys, that's it. Oh, let's just one more time. Our special manager's coming in. He's an expert. I said, look, I said, dude, I'm not a pincushion. I'm not an experimental model here. Yeah, they didn't have that shit, so. It's good to get rid of some blood once in a while too and rebuild with new. It's good for you to do a little bloodletting. 4 insulin shots a day. There you go. Everybody make their own choice about stuff. A lady on YouTube said to take vitamin D healthy. I take vitamin D units every day. Magnesium, vitamin D. My, I don't know what the hell, biotin or whatever the hell it is. I get my vitamin D from the sunshine. Most people in the world are deficient in sunshine now and then. It's okay, Boy Blue, you're not required to take it. You're all good. Oh shit, the shark's walking by. She always gives me the side eye like I'm cheating the system. Ronnie, I don't think she's talked to me in 2 years, has she? She's gonna find our boy over there never put money in. After she nails that boy. Ghost hunt looking for evil spirits. All right, Steve, take care. This woman's gonna come back and nail this boy. The human claw. Guy's lucky she walked right past those vehicles. Where the hell did she go? She's going down 5th Street. She's like a hawk, man. I never see somebody so dedicated. She's got to be the pride of the fleet. Persian Islamist playing. Boy, Blue, I'll say this: Europe is a lost cause now. The whole culture is being wiped off the face of the earth right now by Islam. Coming to a neighborhood near you. But when people no longer stand up for the faith, then the vacuum has to be filled by something. So there it is. You get what you get. You get a radicalized culture that sees you as the enemy. So you see what happened in Germany. The guy rolls his vehicle into people there. There's money in France. Knifed 3 women in Paris. Said Allah told him to do it. You better be prepared. This guy's squawking about over here. The meter maid gets $2 for every ticket that is paid. I have no idea. I think they always tell you they don't get bonused out. True or not, I have no idea. Oh boy, Blue, it's happening. Europe's gone. Germany. Germany let hundreds of thousands of Turks in to mine coal. Had mass migration of Muslims into England, France, Germany. They're not going to become German, French, and English. No, I don't know anything about Pat's son. I have no idea, Adam, what would happen. How I like him. He's so handsome. Oh, that's cool. What have you done to act on it? Sit there and dream about him in bed? Hey, Mystery, how you doing? All right, we're coming to do a food pickup. I don't see lovely Rita maid. The world is changing, ladies and gentlemen, and Europe is officially written off. I mean, look at England. They're just gone. Well, we're pretty much behind, but we're doing our best to catch up. You have to understand, a lot of people come from these countries where thieving and conniving and stealing is a way of life, and when you come in to bring that into a new nation, that doesn't just stop at the border. That comes into, that's part of the package. I'm not sure about Canada. I don't know. I know nothing about Canada. I know nothing about Canadian immigration. But I am happy we've at least tightened up our borders and controlled our immigration a little bit more. So it's not a fiasco free-for-all. I think that's something everybody can agree on. Oh, they're back. Here they go. Okay. I guess it was young lovers eating. I don't know. The boys are leaving. They had a nice dinner. We just can't afford food in the oven. Well, when you have open immigration and the government's giving shit to people, well, you have to compete against that. Same as goes on here. When you're giving away food, housing, medical care, you're competing against productive people. Who's going to lose in that scenario? So I don't really know about Canada. I don't know a lot about it. Sane immigration policy is the best thing. They were letting people slide without even understanding how to speak English, take tests, and it was a joke. I take free housing. It's a beautiful world, boy blubbering. Hey, 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 get your free housing today. Yeah, you get people come to this country these days. It's like the old Russian socialists that used to come in the 1880s, 1890s. The first thing they want to do is change the country. You had those goofballs like Emma Goldberg. that ilk. They should have been lucky that they were let in the door. How's the rib cage? It's doing pretty good. I still have my moments optimistic. Thank you. Like last night, I didn't sleep too well. Probably because I had a cup of coffee late. First thing those Russian immigrants wanted to do was change shit up here and tell people to go on homestead strike and all this other shit. Is it a broiler out there? It's as comfortable as can be here right now. Imagine that, come to a country and the first thing you want to do is make it like the shithole that you left. Imagine public buses running around with warnings about fentanyl. Who would have thought that 50 years ago? Yes, it'll be socialist, and then that'll frustrate people, and then it'll move into communism. When these young people take the helm, when they take the wheel, they're going to really take the wheel. Here in Wisconsin. Well, Elon Musk destroyed that, Ronnie. When he tried to buy the judgeship in Wisconsin. Yeah, of course. Every reaction to every boom bust cycle has always been socialism, communism. Look at the big rallies that were held in the early 1930s in Philadelphia, Chicago, communist rallies, New York City. Breeze feels good. Then I'm out. Out of what, Boy Blue? If you don't be a good person, then you be forgotten. Froggy 93.7 country music. It's a natural reaction, Boy Blue, to the Gilded Age. When other people take power, it's payback time. It's time to put people on trial and say, you lived a good life while we suffered. When people become envious of wealth and hateful. Share the wealth, baby. Thank you, Raimundo. I appreciate that. Very nice of you. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. we have a pretty good group of people. We have a mix of people from the most liberal to the most conservative. It's wonderful. And you know what? Everybody gets along. Everybody expresses an opinion, and well, we know we don't move the needle here, but we're certainly allowed to talk about stuff. Thank you, Raimundo. Yeah, I don't know what it's going to be like in Europe at that time. Europe is in much worse shape than we are. Culturally, economically. They're much more protectionist. Much more protectionist. I think I may be Switzerland's supposed to be good. Yeah, but you'll never have the ability to live in Switzerland. Switzerland's a nation that understands that the Swiss culture, protecting the Swiss culture, is the number one responsibility of government, is to not fundamentally change the way the Swiss are. Then everything else flows from that. Well, thank you, Raimundo. I appreciate you. Thank you. Poland and Yugoslavia. Yeah, I defer to you, Boy Blue. I don't know enough about those nations. I have no idea. I know Poland's like, we're never again going to slip under Russian control. They played that game too many times. Fun and happiness. Well, Adam, you have a strange view of history, my friend. The current human condition we have right now is so many standard deviations away from historical norms. So many statistical standard deviations away from the norm of history, because we're in a very manipulated, very what I call the puppeteer economy. Everything's being controlled right now. A couple of dear friends, I'm afraid to even ask how they feel right now. I don't know, a lot of these, Barcelona, Madrid, Lisbon, they don't want more people coming over. It's like Mexico City, they don't want more retirees in there. It's driving up the cost of living in those places and making it impossible. So you start to breed this counter. Yeah, we spoke of that, GTV. So you have this counter movement of, tourists go home and Yankees go home. And yeah, please hit the thumbs up button if you're just coming in, if you're enjoying the chat. You have people that buy these, you know, we want an auction for taxes in Arizona for this piece of land. You look at the piece of land, it's like, honey, you just bought a piece of desert. This is our dream, really? If people would stop worrying about what everyone else is, start living more stuff. I don't know. How do you do it, Nicole? One thing I've never done, Adam, is I've never told other people what to believe or how to live their lives. It's one of the things we have here in this nation is freedom. And I'll give you an example. If you want to live a life on the streets of survival modes, then you can in this nation. Nobody's going to pick you up like they would in China and put you into a turnip field. And you'll wake up in the morning hearing the Chinese anthem and a motivational speech by Chairman Mao. And at 7 o'clock, you'll be in the field until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You don't work, you don't eat. We don't have that option here. We count on the humanness of people and the freedoms. Yes, self-determination. So that means that, you know, you're going to get what you get. Some people are going to be super high achievers, and then there's going to be the middle of the bell curve, which is the average person that's doing okay, paying their bills. And then you're going to have the low end of the curve where it's just, you know, people living on the streets or struggling to get by. It's like you can't force people. We are charging, Ronnie. We have that basic freedom. But the economic reality, the cold, hard, unvarnished truth of macroeconomics is you can only carry X percentage of unproductive people in a nation before you run into real structural problems. If the imbalance of producers and unproductive consumers tilts too far, then you have real problems. Lady parked halfway into the other person's spot. Yeah, they because of economics, we outsourced our productive base. Our productive base that's left is military, is skewed towards military. And it's not as easy as tariffs to get that stuff to come back. The differential's too great. I don't think middle class has ever existed. That's a post World War II anomaly. And now it's being pulverized. The middle class standard of living is much lower than it was 60 years ago. It takes 2 people in the workforce now to have an equivalent lifestyle of what one produced 60 years ago. Pretty soon, as Florida wants to do to bring back child labor, it won't be long until they're throwing child labor into the system. Yeah, it existed in the 80s and 90s. It existed from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Now it's being squeezed out through the efficiencies of companies like Amazon. All the jobs are being pushed to very low-level jobs now. AI. Yeah, it's working poor and rich. That's it. So that's the end of the middle class. And people are borrowing like crazy to support their lifestyle. Credit card debt. I don't know if that's easy. Thank you. Man, I hate the smell of diesel. Thank you for your service, Ramundo, Quezon, Fui by. Man, you were really in the thick of some shit there, Ramundo. You're kicking out some real names there, Keishan and Hui. I don't know about food.
Okay, hey, quick question. Do I have to pay for parking over here? And if I do, where the fuck do I park? Where do I pay? I'll ask.
I drove to work. There are so many people doing the same economy good in Pennsylvania. What kind of jobs are they doing? A, what part of Pennsylvania are you in? B, what are the big employers? Medical, hospitals, manufacturing, factories? Magic Cat, nobody has any idea who you're even talking about. What kind of manufacturing are they doing, Boy Blue? Golf courses are the biggest thing here in Wisconsin. How about the brat industry there in Sheboygan? What about the meat packing in Green Bay and brats in Milwaukee? They know a thing or two about brats in Wisconsin. Also, it's the most alcoholic state in America. Filtering valve manufacturing, not sure, but busy. Yeah, I don't know, Boy Blue. Okay, I guess she's doing a food delivery in her Toyota Highlander. I know the meats are outstanding in Sheboygan. I can't imagine what it would be, Boy Blue. I can't imagine what would be running 3 shifts. That 30-year bond is the highest since 2007, the yield. So obviously interest rates are going to start to really clamp shit down. I would love to know what manufacturing is operating 3 shifts in Pennsylvania. I would love to know. Mack Truck used to have manufacturing, but I don't know where it is. What part of Pennsylvania are you in, Boy Blue? Because the economy's not added any manufacturing jobs at all. Outside of Pittsburgh. What is running 3 shifts? Like what? What's booming? I mean, give me a factory, give me a company. I mean, Pittsburgh has a reputation of having transitioned over to a medical hub. With the University of Pittsburgh, the Cathedral of Learning. Elmer's gone. Elmer's stepped it up in a big way. I go to work at 4 a.m. and roads are busy. Yeah, I'm still waiting to hear what factories are humming 24/7. 3 shifts. Hell, we closed down Medtronic here. They're gone. That was stents and other shit. We just JD Systems and color shifting technology, they're gone. The only thing we were growing here is marijuana farms, and they just laid off a couple hundred people and close down, trim some operations here, if you pardon the pun. Oh, Amazon. Okay, that's high pay. If it's Amazon, I rest my case. Jobs waiting to be replaced with AI automation. I don't know what they do, guessing manufacturing. Well, then we don't know who's running 3 shifts then, do we, Boy Blue? Unless they're part of the defense industry. And then that's, you know, that's government spending at its finest. Oh, okay. You live near West Virginia. So, Catherine, are you near like Wheeling and in that area, the Wheeling, Washington, PA, Pittsburgh, Cumberland, Maryland area there? I mean, it sure as hell can't be steel mills. Okay, yeah. It's a shame that bus went over the Wheeling Bridge, the historic Wheeling Bridge, and caused potential damage to a beautiful bridge. Specifically said, don't go across. I love that area right there on the Ohio, West Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Virginia. They all come together right there. Please hit the thumbs up button if you're just coming in. Yeah, what a shame. Beautiful bridge. That's one of the huge, beautiful landmarks of Wheeling. Oh, it's great country, man. It's fantastic. Just beautiful Allegheny Mountains and Appalachians. Now it all built dependent on casinos. There's a true tell of the state of the American economy is casinos. Talk about wonderful concentrators of wealth. Saturday's going to be on August 1st. Isn't that amazing? Losers. We have the biggest, third biggest, probably the second biggest Indian gaming casino 6 miles down the road. Great rancheria. I think I'm going to have to do another video down there, Ronnie. It's been a while. See what's new. What a great thing to build an economy on. Oh shit, all over Wheeling, and in that there's a lot of casino action in there. Riverboat gambling. West Virginia is heavily dependent on gambling now. I think it's like Buttercup Baby said. West Virginia is just not much left anymore. Yeah, I heard he's retiring from great. No, but I've lost before, Boy Blue. I wouldn't classify myself as a loser, but yes, I have lost before. Last time was not very generous, the gaming. I think we left down about 200, around 180 bucks, 190 last trip. But we left positive 320 the trip before, so we know our limit. Yes, Saturday begins August. Ah. And pudding made of fig. Ah. Already the, I don't know, I'd have to look into the Pittsburgh economy a little more to see what's booming there. I'm not saying it's not, but according to the last thing I read about that area, was all because of the booming medical industry there. It's become like a regional hub for medical excellence in Pittsburgh. But if it's Amazon and crap like that, mosquitoes. We don't really get mosquitoes here, GTB. Yes, University of Pittsburgh is huge. And I want to say, if that's what the boom is built on, then that's built on the continued flow of government funding. Medicare and Medicaid and all that. In which case, that's a false economy right there. They just found West Nile and Clear Lake. Yeah, we just don't have. It's too dry here for skeeters. I'd love to know who's manufacturing there. Kelly, you're like a lost sheep. See you tomorrow. I'm getting ready to go to Costco in about 40 minutes or so. I don't know, GTB. Seems to me the United States has filled the void of oil pretty well. I was in the sun with the kids for hours today. I'm tired, geez. Get yourself, yeah, I'm gonna pick up a chicken. Might sit in the fridge a while, but I'm gonna get one of them greasy chickens. Ramundo Elmer's was behind the Iron Curtain. What's going on, Tommy? I haven't seen you in a while. Pride of Philadelphia. Philadelphia freedom, baby. You should pick the cats up on them and sit out there and watch them go at it and see how. What are you talking about, Jim Rockford? Eat what? Intelligent people, you can succeed in Western Pennsylvania. We have to cope with that. Oh hell, I give them scraps of rotisserie chicken. Hell yeah. What a beautiful day. Saying it's 88, but that's because the thermometer is in the sun on the van. I believe it's probably like 84 or something. You're negative, I'm seeing growth. I'm going to check you on that, boy blue. I'm going to check you on that. I'm going to see what's booming in the tri-state area there. We're going to see where the real job growth has been in that region of the nation. I'm kind of willing to bet it's been in the medical field. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm seeing growth, but the growth I'm seeing is in low wage, no future jobs, grunt work. Amazon, Starbucks, just very flat organizations without any big manufacturing. I mean, the whole economy just slowed last quarter. Even with the only thing that's growing is if you take out the data center build-outs, the economy is actually shrinking. Greetings, fellow stargazers. Jack Horkheimer, Miami Planetarium. Tonight, they have a full fucking moon will rise in the east. Saturn will be apparent at the morning sunrise. If you're up early in the morning, look to the southern sky. Oh, man. I'm not saying that, Boy Blue. We'll look into shit. We'll see what happens. We'll see. I'm negative because maybe where I sit here, I see that shit's been decimated out here. I'm scared you live in a box. I might be, Boy Blue. That's a legitimate fear. Elmer said it is terrible here in Germany. I'm in a box. I'm box boy. Instead of a bubble, I'm in a box. But the whole GDP of the nation is just barely over 1% right now. And yet our interest rates are over 5% for long term now. And about 4.7% for short term for 10-year. East Pennsylvania is a huge battery manufacturer, 7,000 plus. What's the name of the company there that has the manufacturing? She looked good on that scooter. Went and got a burger and tempura green beans from the Habit Burger Grill. I didn't even know they had tempura green beans, Brett. I know you're not lying, Boy Blue. I just want to look at the overall, what's been growing in the greater Pittsburgh area for the last 5 years. I want to see what's going on there. I want to see if they have an Amazon distribution hub, any defense manufacturing, called East Penn Manufacturing Company. I wonder who they're manufacturing for. I mean, if I just Google what's been the big job growth drivers for the greater Pittsburgh area, it'll tell me. Has it been government, work, healthcare? Pittsburgh Paint and Glass, PPG. I mean, it's going to tell me Kraft Heinz has been in trouble for years. Can't be them. They're in a shit nozzle. It's not big companies, but most like supplying for biggies. That's the one mistake Warren Buffett made, was Kraft Heinz. Well, healthcare's all good as long as government money flows, then it's all right. But I'm telling you, manufacturing, well, somewhere in there in the statistics, it'll show where manufacturing stands in terms of job growth in the greater Allegheny Valley there, where the Monongahela and the Allegheny River come together. I'm a geography whiz. I used to go rubber rafting on the Youghiogheny River on the double hydraulic flips. Got tossed right out of the raft. Sayonara, baby. I like that area around Cumberland and all in there. But Cumberland's pretty dead in there. We get the Youghiogheny. Warren Buffett saw the document that goes to McDonald's and food acts menu to save money. Yeah, the Ohio Pile, man, wonderful, man. I went on that baby a few times. Have I ever ridden on an Amish buggy? No, I haven't, babe. I'd like to help out at a barn raising. Be like the movie Witness. Harrison Ford, Kelly McGillis. Beautiful cinematography. I almost drowned there. I'm going to tell you what, Boy Blue, I almost bought the farm on the Youghiogheny River too. I was like underneath the raft. I went down the double hydraulic flips, boy, I got flipped right out. Luckily the Roosevelt floats and swims. Wild water rafting on the Youghiogheny. It's impossible to stay in the raft. So I have a lot of fond memories for that area of Cumberland West through Wheeling, south through Morgantown, north through Pittsburgh, Washington, PA. Used to float down this, I lived in Chico. There you go. It can be pretty gnarly. It's like when I flipped in the Petersburg wild water canoe races in March and almost froze my ass off, started snowing. I had to help another guy carry the canoe like a mile back. Woo! That was terrible. Petersburg, West Virginia. Oh, I wouldn't go on that trip again. I'd rather try some of the fine eating in Pittsburgh. They tell me Primanti Brothers isn't what it used to be. They got too big for their britches. Oh, you'll see, Dong. He'll come under another name, Mystery. You never get rid of Dong. Dong's like a Korean won. It just keeps turning up. Get the portobello mushroom burger. Good old Dong. I think Mystery enjoyed Dong in here. I would get the pastrami sandwich. It's like I used to like Arthur Bryant's in Kansas City, but then they went big time and they just blew it. Once you get discovered, it's the beginning of the end. Dumb free life. Yeah, but that's a place I want to go. I want to explore the food scene in Pittsburgh and Washington, Pennsylvania too. People tell me there's a few gems in Washington, and I want to go back to Cumberland again. And I want to get into Wheeling and down into the panhandle of West Virginia. Yeah, I like carrot cake. It's a little rich for me though, Steve. You know, I don't generally do well on really rich desserts. A lot of cream cheese, a lot of butter. Are we moving or what, dude? Come on, what are we doing? Yeah, I would wonder what the Italian food scene is like. Wow, ice fishing. Wouldn't that be tremendous? Look at this guy from Texas. Get this rig around, dude. Texas boy. And yes, I'm going to have a shot tonight. Being as it's Thursday night. I would love to meet you in Minnesota because I want to brave the, people want to see me in the winter. They want to see me battling the ice and snow. There's our obligatory siren. All right, what do we got going on down here? We got sign boys here with the stop. All right, they're getting red. They're peeling out now. There they go. There go the sign boys. They're getting ready to open up the big Scream haunted house. That time of year be coming, everybody. If they fix that fence again or not over there. Yeah, they got it up again. Stand by. Tell you what, boys, I can smell it hanging in the air. The winds of shit. Smell that like a shit hawk, man. Oh boy. Dr. Frankenstein, the winds of shit are blowing. I can smell it like a shit hawk. It clings to the air. What's going on, Cindy Russo? I gave you a shout out on Monday or Tuesday. We were up in Healdsburg. We gave you the old hi-yo babe when we were passing through Windsor. The great Cindy Russo. Not like I'm watching you like a shithawk. It's always blue skies, boy blue, but I think I see maybe that smoke. Is there a fire around somewhere? I don't like a look of that sky looking south. That looks like I wonder if there's a fire down south. That sky looks like a brush fire sky. I told you I could smell like a shithawk. Something's going on down there. See, I told you I could smell that like a shithawk could smell. There's something in the air. Something's on fire. I see all kinds of smoke in the sky. No, Mr. Leahy, what is it? Bubbles, do you know about shit tectonics? Where two plates come in. Shit storm. Something's on fire down here, boys. Santa Rosa fires rears its ugly head again. I smell the air. There's fire, boys. And it ain't too far away. 100-acre Woodside fire. Where the hell is that? Woodside West Road? I told you I could smell it. I could smell it. Is that Woodside West Road over there? Like out on Occidental Road? I could tell you, man, I knew. My nose never lies. I knew something was a-coming. Oh yeah, look at that smoke in the air, baby. Am I good or what? That is fire. That is smoke from fire right there. Shit tectonics right there. I'll tell you what, I could tell you back there, even before I saw the skies, I told you guys the winds of shit were blowing. Now I see our air quality is turning terrible here. You never second guess my nose. Look at that air quality down there. The boys got their hands full fighting that baby. Look at that sky. That ain't clouds, ladies and gentlemen. That's smoke. Sometimes I really hate this county. Most dangerous place to live in the U.S. I got plate shit tectonics here. Fires like a shit hawk. What you do, Alan, is you just change the names of the people. That way you're protected. I already asked, told Father Creer to ask Father Aaron. I told Father Creer, I said, you're fair game. You've been written up in newspapers, articles. I said, you're fair game, dude. Man, smell that smoke. Wow, That's the smoke, babe. And that wind is kicking too, so there ain't no way that fire's moving, baby. That fire is moving. They're gonna call that the bro fire. My nose didn't lie. I told you I could smell the shit winds coming. That's amazing, even standing there. Oh, it's got that burn smell in the air. Winds of shit. Mr. Lee, I don't see anything. The way it clings to the air, Randy. I don't know, Mr. Leahy. It's a shitstorm, Bubbles. Oh yeah, I smell that burn now. That man. That fire is going to be rocking tonight. The end of the Rancho. Whatever it is, it's driving it our way. been a few years since I smelled that smell. I told you guys, you can never second guess my nose. I could smell those shit winds coming a mile away. Can't pull this nose. I got in the van, I said the winds of shit are blowing, boys. I can tell you right now. And I was 100% spot on. Look at that air quality, man. It's worsening by the minute. Smelling like a shit hawk. Alright, let's get parked over here. Let's see how close we dare get. Smells like brush though. I don't smell like houses going up or anything yet. It smells like just purely brush. Okay, let's push the kids. Let's get moving. Let's get moving. Let's get moving. Can we pull through here? Oh, wow, the winds of shit are blowing. Amazing. Lots of crews on the budget. It's right on the short line, so I drove it. Well, this wind is pretty rough right now, Cindy, so them boys better be out there. Because the air quality is really gone downhill. I could tell immediately something was going on. I got a nose like a shit hawk. Night mystery. Oh yeah, that smell, man. That's brush. There's no structures going up yet. Yeah. I'll tell you, my nose is on the job, boys. On the job. The world's burning up, Elmer. You keep burning your fossil fuels, bro. Oh, look at that wind, man. They ain't gonna be stopping any fire with that wind. Woo! All right, what row are we in? Seriously, I don't know what you're talking about. Bubbles, it's above your pay grade. I like when Mr. Leahy gets the institutional size bottle of booze. And he kills the whole thing.
Yeah, just one is fine. One sticker should be there. Right here.
Usually, I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Lady, why you have all these piss jugs all over? Dong Tuscan melon. I don't even know what the hell that is. Oh man. 54 bags for $14.99. Why in the hell not? Damn thing got crushed. Wait a minute, that's a sucker's box. Hold on, boys. That's a shit hawk box right there. French roast. Do 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 do. La da 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 do. La di di la lo tout le monde. Avec moi. Do 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 do. I'll bet I have less room than you do, but I hear you, Angus Kisses. It's the same situation I run into. I'm a very cautious shopper.
Hello guys, how's it going today? Good. We're out in front of the Costco. You guys use Verizon and T-Mobile?
T-Mobile. Do I need readers? They're cackling. There's a tiger. What is that? Is that a rice maker? I have a video shows people how to make perfect rice. Man, it's like it's Halloween, man. It's like it's Halloween, man. We got down here. I have videos showing people how to make perfect rice. I get people commenting on it. Thank you. For the first time in my life. They say, Roosevelt, you are so fine. Let's see, what the hell is this? What's that? Cordless spin scrubber. I need that for the kitchen floor. Actually, I have to get down on my hands. Yeah, the spirit stores are open, baby. August is a big month for the spirit stores. Furman generator. You got 240. You can run this still. Marine. How is this? All filters. Matthew 7:13-14. That's what I prefer, Mavericks. That's my go-to. I don't think I need any LED bulbs. I could probably use a new one of these, but we'll make do. I could use a new one for the kitchen. It was never enough of a gooseneck for the kitchen. It's kind of a bummer. Good night, Alan. Let's see, are we going to go for the big Maker's Mark today or what? Oh boy, let's see. Basil Hayden. Welcome to St. Basil's. Damn, 169 bucks. Wow. Sucks to have great taste. Welcome to St. Basil's. Let's see. I wonder what their own bourbon is like. Bardstown, that could be made, Ronnie, by, shit, that's what I want to pick up on Saturday. I want to pick up a thing of that, what's the one I like? There's the big boy Maker's Mark. $37.99. Wow, look at the size of that mofo. No, not the Four Roses, Cindy. It was the, what the hell's the one I liked, Ronnie, that's just made by, Total Wine and Bev. This is the one, $17.92. No, what the hell was the name of it, Ronnie? Shit. Oh, it was really good. Really good. What was that, Ronnie? This is good stuff. Yeah, I'm waiting till Saturday to buy beer, and I want to pick up a fifth of that, whatever I liked. It was only made for Total Wine and Beverage. I can't remember what the hell the name of it was. I really liked it. Shit, what was the name of it? I could see it on the label, but I can't remember what the hell the name of it was. I was shocked that it was like Maker's Mark, but it was much cheaper. I can't remember what the hell it was. No, it wasn't Woodford. It was, it began with a C. Damn, it was good. I like the Woodford Rye, which they don't have here. Yeah, what was it called, Ronnie? Doggone, what was that called? It was called, I don't know, it's made in Bart's, made by 1792 Distillery. Good night, Angus. Kisses. I went to yeah, it's a pretty good school. I mean, I enjoy it. The store is called Total Wine and Beverage. And it was made specifically from the Bardstown 1792 distillery for them. No, it wasn't Chestnut Farm. It was Woolcott. Woolcott, that was it. Yes, Woolcott, Ronnie. Tremendous bourbon. Unbelievable bourbon. Woolcott was like all the flavor of Maker's Mark, and it was like $10 cheaper a bottle than Maker's Mark. Yeah, Woolcott was outstanding. I'm going to get a Woolcott too, Ronnie. Oh, the cats, the cats, the cats, the cats. Oh. Damn. Yeah, it's made at the same distillery. I don't know if I want to spend the money on it though or not. The War Room. Yeah, I don't know if it's the same or it's not. Dr. Frankenstein, I'm kind of afraid to invest in it. I know with the wool cod I'm getting, I know exactly what I'm getting. I'm pretty much obsessed with wool cod. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm that adventurous yet. It probably is the same stuff. You're right as rain, Dr. Frankenstein. Let's get some carrots. They just slap in a different bottle. They must be a big private labeling house. Let me grab some carrots here. Oh, it's cold as a witch's in this place. I'm allergic to green. No, I don't ever get stomach bugs. They never bother me. I don't know, I'm pretty damn indestructible. '68, I've outlived a hell of a lot of people already. And I ain't slowing down yet. We got plenty of salami. Let's go get a greasy chicken. We got the prepared foods boy here. All right, let's pick our chicken carefully. We're trying to find a big fat boy. Let's see what this. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back. Man, that's still expensive as hell. Yeah, I'm pretty much impervious to that crap. We got Chicken Boy back there. Yeah, I'm pretty much shielded from my diet's rather selective. Yeah, I pretty much duck everything. We have to get some, I think we need to pick up another seafood ramen. My operation runs on ramen, baby. Ramen noodle, baby! Woo! That's what it's all about. $4.99 8-count water boiled bagels. Now you come in, you run a bagel shop, you just wipe these boys out in the morning, then double it up. Double it up, man. Quadruple the price. Can you imagine schlepping around in that bakery? That's where they stick the new fish. That's where they stick the new fish. I love my baby back, baby back, baby back. I love my baby back, baby back, baby, baby. We don't need a lot of stuff. Protein overnight shakes. Nutrat. Trait, Kodiak power cakes, skipjack. God, what a waste. Remember the way pancakes used to be? They used to be glorious. I cry for the old days, boys. I yearn for the old days. Yeah, I think a Ukiah could be on the radar. I'd probably stay overnight up there. And I've never really toured Ukiah too much. Yeah, I don't want Johnny cakes. I'm so over pancakes. I'm so done with shucking and jiving on pancakes. The soy boys. Soy boys. All right, let's get our boiled ham. Here's where you got to be selective because some of these have a lot of high fat blubber in them. Oh, that looks nice and lean right there. Some of it's got some real blubber in it. That's a good pull right there. That, my friends, is a good pull. You go shopping with me, you're going to learn a lot. What the hell is that smell? I'm sniffing a dog's ass around here tonight. And just because animals do it doesn't mean we should. We got a lot of traffic down here. Right, just because animals do it doesn't mean we should. Alright, let's hope to hell we got the ramen. Show me that seafood shrimp ramen, baby. Shit, where's the ramen? We've got a definite emergency here, boys. We've got a ramen emergency right here. We've got a genuine dyed-in-the-wool ramen emergency. Holy. Yeah, I'm saying dogs sniff each other's ass, but we don't. All right. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. It was hiding. Yes, yes, yes. Woo, there it is. Thank you, Lord. The Lord will provide. Sounds like my kind of town, run down and beaten. Right up my alley. Well, we've accomplished our objective. Once again, escaped without anything green in our cart. Look at the traffic jam here. Are you kidding me? Canola oil. Creamy liquid shortening.
You want to come in here too?
Yeah.
Manteca.
Yeah, those things taste pretty good.
They really do. Yeah. With the cheese and especially.
Yeah.
Really good.
Not bad for $10.
Weird how all their boxes are always the same. Did you ever notice that, boys? Right there, baby. Said Elmer, not a bit of green in the cart. What are they checking out? What are they detailing up here? We're done for the day. We have cracked the code, boys. We have cracked the code. What the hell is this? Ink bread.
Can I get it like mixed?
Yeah, mix them.
I got saturated real quick on the bread. I mean, I was almost immediately saturated. Hells bells, look at this line. Muscle. Shit, look at that line. Man, if you get booze, you got to be in that line. Self-checkout, baby. Right here. Let tofu boy go. Yeah, it's a shame because California makes you get into, you can't do self-checkout. And California is extremely liberal rules. I'm going to sit this down for a minute, boys. All right, where are we at here? Where are we at? Where are we at?
Place your item. $89.
All right, here we go. We're up. We're up.
Please begin scanning. Please remove.
Once you have that scanner, Rosa,
Not anymore. All small items have to come out.
wow, why can't people pay for what the hell they buy?
I'll do your cut. That is.
Please scan your membership card.
Okay, let's go. You haven't scanned your membership. You got to start that round.
Please begin scanning.
While I'm right here, I'm going to do the cat food.
Ooh, be careful.
Please scan your membership card.
Baby's trying to,
Please begin scanning.
did you get it?
No, my gun's not.
Please begin scanning.
System malfunction.
Please begin
All day long.
Wow. I can just scan
Your
it.
small stuff, I'll be back to do the cat food,
Okay.
okay?
You got a problem.
$6.99. Place your item in the tray. Please scan your membership card or touch $11.79. Please begin scanning.
A lot of people stealing, huh?
Scanning, creative scanning, I guess you'd call it. But yeah, got a little expensive.
Makes it expensive for everybody else.
It does. Yep. Not right, but
$19.99. Credit $5.
I think that's everything. Did you scan the cat food? Okay, we're good.
yep.
Please scan your membership card or touch. Please begin scanning. Please scan your membership. Begin scanning. If you are finished scanning, please touch Finish and Send. Follow the instructions on the pin pad. Please begin scanning. Please remember to pay the receipt. Please remove all scanned items. Please remove the unscanned items.
Rotten chicken.
Please scan your membership card or touch Need Assistance.
Okay, so a lot of people are thieving, and that's the way it goes.
There you see that, man.
Bunch of thieving. We got the ice boy is here. Yeah, it was wasn't too bad. It was 72-22. See, the cat food really kicks it up. Not bad. This lasts a long time. Please hit that thumbs up button, guys. We are so far behind on thumbs up tonight. Please like up the stream. Thank you. What a zoo. I can smell that fire air from here. Smell that air. Now I can smell lumber burning. Thanks. I'm just your average white boy. Oh, that smoke in the air is terrible right now. Woo! Smoky as can be. Oh, I smell wood now. Look up there, man. You can hardly see the mountain up there now. It's gonna be bad tonight, boys. Bad tonight. It's having a meltdown. Yeah, it's hot. It's gonna be a hot time in the old town tonight, boys. Ronnie, I'm going to do a quick YouTube short right here. You guys can see the mountain right there. Being obscured in the smoke right now. Hey, Bill. You guys see that? There's no way anybody's going to contain a fire in this kind of... Let me do another one. Look at that, boy. I know that shit's raging up there right now. Look at that. You can hardly see up there. Coming to get you, Ronnie. That wind is raging. It's going down tonight. Woo! Air quality just went to shit. You can't fight a fire when the wind is this strong. I told you boys before, the winds of shit are blowing. And people said, what does that mean, Mr. Lee? It means I know that smell, boys. I know that smell. It's an ill wind that blows no good. That's exactly right. There's our rotten chicken. It is an ill wind that blows no good. Gee, Mr. Lady, sounds like a shitstorm's coming. That's right, Bubbles. We're gonna get drunk tonight, boy. This is bad. The fire's not that far away. It's gonna be a long night on the Rancho tonight. Bubbles, use your brain, son. Oh, shit, cat food. Damn. The shit hawk is on this. I'll be drinking tonight. Where in the hell does Cardboy go? Over here. Hunker down tonight, man. That wind's a blowing, boys. Top of that mountain. Winds of shit are blowing. Bag of cat food will last a month or so. Oh boy. Yeah, we got hazardous air right now. Where's this fire, wine country, in relation to where I am right now? Oh boy. All right, let's make sure we're not going to clobber anybody. You have some people that'll throw themselves under the wheel here. This is the winds of shit are blowing, boys. As soon as I went out to whiz today, I told you guys immediately, like a shit hawk, I was right on that. That's what I call expertise, man. I've been through a few of these parties. They better get that aircraft in the air. Once sundown comes, they don't put anything on the air anymore. Too dangerous, boys. Let's get KCBS on.
Who handles immigration cases?
Both of these funding cuts, it is a certainty that many of these children will end up being deported, and some of them will also end up being killed.
She says the kids would normally be provided legal help and placed with family members here in the U.S. Instead, they could just end up back in their home countries, where in some instances, they could be in danger. The government's not only cutting the funding for the legal help tomorrow, the Trump administration has also refused to pay about $65 million for legal services already provided to immigrant children. Kate Lincoln Goldfinch believes some of these nonprofits will have no choice but to close their doors.
Yeah, there we go. Those NGOs, baby.
Onto your money news now. Apple with
Those NGOs, baby.
More from Jason Brooks at the Stanford Federal Credit Union Money Desk.
Apple reported its earnings after the closing bell, and it easily topped estimates, with the Cupertino company reporting revenue above $109 billion. Amazon also blowing away market estimates, with revenue topping $200 billion. Stocks soared higher today, with the Dow gaining 614 points, NASDAQ climbing higher by 679, and the S&P up by 121. Semiconductor stocks clawed back, but a weak
They're all
spurt
going to
of
make
heavy
it. Oh,
losses.
they'll be killed if they go
Earnings
home.
from Lam
People could
Research
care
after the
less if they
Fremont-based
go
company
home.
reported a 15% revenue gain to $6.7 billion. Lam's shares soared higher, and that propelled rival chip equipment makers Applied Materials and KLA higher. And we saw big gains for Intel and AMD, with Intel snapping a sixth session losing streak. The U.S. economy hit a speed bump in the second quarter, with GDP unexpectedly slowing to 1.5% from 2.1% in the first quarter. Government spending declined while investment and export growth weakened, offsetting stronger consumer spending. A On the Money Watch, Jason Brooks, KCBS.
Declare your independence from dated, tired windows. Hi, I'm Kim Vestal. This July, American Vision Windows is offering a savings of $1,776 off new windows. New windows not only lower your energy bills, but also lock in comfort year-round.
I wonder how in the hell this fire started.
Your neighbors will notice. With 25 years and more than 1 million windows installed, American Vision Windows is California's most trusted window replacement company. They're also employee-owned, which means every employee has a personal stake in getting your project right. You can expect a smooth process with most projects completed in just one day, so you're not living in a construction zone. And this month, your project costs a lot less, but you have to book it by July 31st. Visit AmericanVisionWindows.com or call 888-347-0711 to explore your options. New customers only, restrictions apply. Call or see website for details. Offer ends July 31st, 2026. This is Vanessa Dutton.
Man, the air quality is hellish.
The Dutton Law Firm handles a diverse line of cases from personal injury to employment law.
We're proud to say the Dolan Law Firm is just as diverse in our attorneys and staff. The Dolan Law Firm consistently achieves outstanding results with over $1 billion in verdicts and settlements.
The Dolan Law Firm, the best, most diverse personal injury and employment law firm we hope you'll never need.
Contact us at dolanlawfirm.com. It's time for a look at traffic at 628 with Victor Zaragoza. He is going to start us off in San Francisco.
And still looking at heavy traffic trying to leave the city via the Bay Bridge, 101 northbound just as you approach Cesar Chavez onto the Bay Bridge. Once you do get on the bridge, nice ride to the East Bay. So once you get into the Oakland side, right by that 880 turnoff, that's where the heavy traffic starts once again, especially if you're headed through Emeryville and Berkeley, and if you continue on 880 southbound. A little bit of a slowdown just as you approach the 980 merger. By the time you get to, let's say, Hagenberger Road, earlier crash road, really slow traffic down. Lanes are now open, so things are moving much better. 580 is no better, but that's also going to be very slow. Although things are looking, actually, lanes are open now. 580 eastbound, right at Edwards Avenue. That crash that was blocking lanes are now open, but the thing is, you're still going to be backed up to right around Grand Avenue. But at least when lanes open, traffic's moving a little bit better.
Vegetation is suspicious.
And Highway 13 southbound still slow.
I think something like 1/4 of the fires are started by fire department people.
KCBS.
Thank you, Victor. Pretty nice out there. Still very sunny, hot as well. Temperature is sitting in the low 90s in the warmest inland areas, 70s and 80s just about everywhere else. Overnight lows tonight will be in the mid-50s with a couple passing clouds here and there. Tomorrow, the heat wave well underway. Temperatures will be over 100 degrees in our warmest inland areas. Also, beach hazard statement still in effect. That has now been extended through Saturday. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on KCBS.
It's amazing. My nose could smell that like a shithole today.
Their property while they're building the sentence for fumigation. Don't put your home or valuables at risk. Pacific Coast Termites, Orange Oil, and Ultraset treatment means no tent, no move out, and no poisonous gas. With highly effective termite treatment backed by a 2-year warranty. Call today for a free termite inspection. Protect your home without turning your life upside down.
Yeah, we were kind of spoiled the last 2 years. We didn't have anything. They're starting real early.
PacificCoastTermite.com. Some restrictions apply.
News that
It was real bad through 2023.
around the world, around the clock. All news 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. It's Thursday, July 30th. Coming up on KCBS.
I'm Matt Bigler in San Francisco. What police are doing to curb crime in the wake of 3 shootings in 3 days along Market Street.
And a wildfire tearing through Sonoma County is forcing some residents to evacuate.
Oh, wow.
This time, 6:30.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packard. President Trump is floating the idea of possibly withdrawing Todd Blanche's nomination for Attorney General a day after his confirmation hearing was postponed due to 2 Republican senator holdouts that are concerned over provisions of the president's IRS settlement. President Trump saying that he'd try again next year. One of those holdouts, Senator Tom Tillis of North Carolina.
Hey, 158 days, they can try it again, roll the dice, and whatnot. The Senate confirmation process is next year. It's all on hell.
Seattle's police chief out of a job after pressure mounted following the lack of information following this week's mass shooting at a food festival that left 3 people dead. A source confirms to ABC News that tech billionaire Elon Musk is getting ready to play in this year's midterm elections with an investment plan to help strengthen GOP turnout in the lead up to November through his aligned super PAC. The New York Times says the super PAC could spend between $100 and $120 million. This is ABC News.
This is KCBS. I'm Rebecca Goodion. Residents in Sonoma County are evacuating as crews battle the Woodside fire that's burned 75 acres in the area of Timber Cove. Eric Hernandez is a spokesperson with CAL FIRE's Sonoma Lake Napa unit.
This fire was dispatched earlier today at around 1:40 p.m. There was reports of smoke in the area along Highway 1. Given the type of fuels, which is heavy timber, and there were initial reported conditions, which was reported at approximately 3 acres, there was an augmentation of resources that was requested.
Evacuations have been ordered for Salt Point State Park, Stillwater Cove Regional Park, Ocean Cove Private Camp, and the Timber Cove subdivision. An evacuation warning has been issued northwest of Cazadero. Driven by winds, the fire is burning through heavy timber. Highway 1 is closed
Cazadero,
between
baby.
Stewart's Point, Skaggs Springs Road, and Timber Cover Road. No containment on the fire at this time.
Sounds ugly,
the Bay
man.
Area Air District has issued an air quality advisory for Sonoma
Sounds
and
ugly,
Marin County
boys.
due to the Woodside fire. Officials say it's affecting hazy skies with the potential smell of smoke. Air quality may also reach unhealthy levels.
It's already unhealthy, baby. Oh. I smell wood burning. I haven't smelled that in a couple of years. I'll get you guys set up and then I'll get unloaded. Oh, I get tired of these fires. Doesn't affect the cat's appetites. Bing, 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 bing. Oh boy. That baby's gonna be raging tonight. Raging Cajun. That baby is gonna be rolling tonight, boys. I'll be right back. I was on that like a shithawk today. Shit, that thing ran all night.
Los Angeles, as well as affiliates throughout.
That's going to
the
be an
Pacific
expensive
universe.
night all night.
It's just rich. San Francisco Mayor Daniel Lurie signed the city's latest budget today, which he described as balanced, highlighting that the city's expected spending is not more than its expected income. San Francisco has struggled with budget deficits in recent years, and this year was no exception, as the city faced a $642 million gap. But officials say this budget closes that shortcoming through increased tax revenue and less spending going out. The $16.9 billion spending plan passed the Board of Supervisors, marking the first unanimous vote on a city budget in 6 years. KPFA's Aneta Felix has details.
In a few moments, I will sign a balanced budget that closes a $642 million deficit and strengthens our social safety net.
That's San Francisco Mayor Daniel Lurie just before he signed the budget into law Thursday morning at the Self-Help for the Elderly Geneva Community Center. Most of the budget savings came from cutting hundreds of vacant city positions rather than laying off current workers as earlier planned. The San Francisco People's Budget Coalition celebrated the signed budget as a win after months of pushback against Lurie's original plan to cut housing assistance and senior and homeless services, among others. Nearly all of those cuts were restored in the final budget. Lurie says the spending plan is also meant to shield San Francisco from cuts coming out of Washington.
As Washington cuts hundreds of millions of dollars for health care and families face rising rents, we are stepping up for hardworking San Franciscans. With this budget, we're helping families stay on Medi-Cal and CalFresh while creating a new $100 million reserve to guard against more threats from Washington. We're preventing homelessness and keeping our communities safe. And we are spending taxpayer dollars responsibly so we can keep delivering for San Franciscans for years to come.
One San Francisco mom, Davia Bird, talked about what those safety net programs actually mean for her family in the Soma district.
These last 2 years, my family has faced hardships from housing instability to food shortage. I can say that if it wasn't for these essential services like How Fresh, How Works, and even WIC, my son and I wouldn't be able to have food on the table at times. As a mother, knowing these services will continue gives me hope.
I did a whole video series, Lee. The Great Santa Rosa Fire.
Pressure from Washington, the city managed
Nobody covered it more than I did. I was out the next day before the National Guard even got to town.
And I'm so proud.
All right, what are we going to have tonight?
That all my colleagues, all 11 of us, in
I think we've earned a shot tonight.
yes to San Francisco's value, to say yes to the most vulnerable San Franciscans, because we understand who we are. We understand that we want to put $1.3 billion on reserve to safeguard for healthcare cuts. Chen also says the budget keeps at least $12 billion a year for helping immigrants with legal defense, keeps HIV and AIDS services fully funded, and keeps City College free for San Francisco residents. But the People's Budget Coalition says the fight isn't over. In a statement, Coalition Coordinator Anya Wally-Zigman said next year's deficit is projected to be worse than this year's, as rising costs outpace city revenue. Reporting for KPF Radio, I am Annetta Felix.
Yeah, they were out
The
back.
Senate committee met earlier this week to discuss how artificial intelligence fraud targets older Americans. The hearing featured victims of AI-related scams, as well as experts in related industries. And lawmakers have introduced potential legislation to tackle this ongoing problem. KPFA YouthWorks intern Amina Gordon reports.
The Senate Special Committee on Aging heard testimony from 5 witnesses Wednesday afternoon as the lawmakers considered potential solutions to the growing problem of artificial intelligence-powered scams, particularly those targeting older Americans. Some committee members have introduced legislation aimed at combating these scams, but none in passed. The panel consisted of 2 victims.
It was very traumatic.
And was led by Republican Senator Rick Scott.
20% contained now.
Made up of nearly a quarter of people aged 65 and up. According to the committee, scams are commonly over the phone, which experts say is concerning, as AI can copy the voices of nearly anyone, from a banker to a trusted family member. One victim, Deborah Del Mastro, says scammers convinced her that her daughter was kidnapped and would only be released
Shit winds are blowing, Randy.
$1,000.
Oh, there, Mr. Lee. Ooh, bubbles. Ooh.
Del Mastro heard what she believed was her daughter's voice. She called the fraud, quote, the perfect scam. Her characterization was reiterated throughout the discussion, with other participants saying that AI has industrialized the scamming industry by allowing anyone, regardless of experience with hacking, the ability to
Nice. That's why you have to have a special code that everybody knows. So when somebody calls and says, yeah, you need to get yourself a beer.
Scams reported to the FBI have increased 7 times over since 2019, and they estimate the scams have cost approximately $21 billion.
Ooh, that went down the wrong way.
Alone. Nearly $8 billion of which come from victims over the age of 60. And those numbers, when turned together, were only what was reported.
Somebody calls and tells you, I'm your daughter or whatever. I need help. You say, what's the code their family has? Code? What are you talking about a code? Bye. Yeah, have a beer. It's Thursday. We got the whole joints burning down. They can only keep the aircraft up till it becomes dark, and then that's it. Maybe the winds are starting to die down a little bit.
Far beyond financial loss, patients may delay legitimate medical care for a progressive disease like lymphedema, place their trust in unproven products and services, and allow the condition to worsen.
Yeah, a password that everybody knows,
Scams erode the trust
and nobody will scam
in
you.
their physicians. Once that trust is broken, patients no longer know who they can trust.
But it wasn't until the second half of the
A bag of cat food is like $24.
Democrat in the committee discussed the so-called elephant in the room, noting that
I like to switch them between, you know, the wet during the day and then the dry.
resources for those who have fallen victim to online fraud.
And so I think it is incumbent on Congress and the
You can see how healthy they
a
are.
lot more than we're doing today to protect Americans. It is not acceptable that this has metastasized into a cancer that is harming New Yorkers, harming Americans every day. I am furious with the president for deleting so many of the organizations and personnel that are supposed to protect you.
They don't do anything to protect you.
The New York Democrat highlighted how the Trump administration has moved to shut down the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau.
All these goofy
and issued an
NGOs.
executive order that limits, quote, barriers
Ask Dr. Frankenstein.
in artificial intelligence.
Please hit the thumbs up, guys. We're way behind.
It rolls back protections, allowing for the misuse of technology while putting users' safety and privacy at risk. Paul Benda, Executive Vice President for Risk, Fraud, and Cybersecurity at the American Bankers Association, proposed increased education on AI scams as a solution, which Del Mastro seconded.
If I had been aware that
Yeah, they like it. It's a canned food that's expensive.
have responded differently, but I did not know. So I think we need education is.
But these cats eat all over the
According to the
neighborhood.
Aging Committee's website, Senator Scott and Gillibrand, along with some other congressional members, have proposed legislation to confront this problem, including the GUARD Act, which they say would expand existing federal grant programs to fund specialized law enforcement training on elder fraud, and the No Fakes Act, which would prohibit the creation
More
or posting
NGOs.
of AI-generated replicas of a person's voice, image, or likeness without their consent, and seeks to hold both producers and platforms that knowingly host such content liable. For KPFA, I'm Amina Gordon.
In other artificial intelligence news, Elon Musk.
Yeah, they go. I've seen them up at the house 2 doors up,
First in the nation law.
laying on the porch
Notification technology.
next to the food bowl. Hey, Terry.
Intelligence to alter photographs of real people.
How you doing?
Making them appear nude or placing them in sexually explicit images without their consent. XAI filed the federal lawsuit Monday, just days before the law is scheduled to take effect on Saturday. The company operates Grok, an AI chatbot and image generator available through the social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, as well as through a standalone website and application. The company argues that the law goes too far and violates First Amendment protections and objects to penalties of up to $500,000 for each violation. Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison defended the measure, calling the use of AI to create nude images of people against their will appalling.
I know. I was out in the morning with my phone.
Or distribute non-consensual, sexually explicit deep fakes. Minnesota's measure goes further.
Some night we'll sit out here and watch some of the videos I took.
Providing the technology financially liable. XAI says Grok's terms of service prohibit users from violating people's privacy or creating non-consensual sexual images.
Yeah, I'm not complaining.
It can suspend or terminate
Plus, Cindy gave me the membership, renewed it this year. I guess I'm pretty lucky.
Backlash earlier this year after users employed its image generator, including a feature known as, quote, spicy mode, to create sexualized images of women and even children. XAI later announced that it would block certain image editing functions in places where the content violates local law. Minnesota's case could provide an early test of how far states may go in holding artificial intelligence companies responsible for images generated through their products. California's Mono Lake is at the center of a growing conservation crisis, and the state could decide its fate this year. The lake sits more than 30 feet below its pre-diversion level, exposing land bridges that leave nesting gulls vulnerable to predators. As a result, many birds are abandoning the lake altogether, disrupting ecosystems as far away as the San Francisco
Let's
Bay.
have another NGO.
Doyen reports from Fresno.
The future health of Mono Lake and the species that depend upon it could be determined by the State Water Board this year. Mono Lake is a magnet for migrating waterfowl.
Hey, James.
They come to the Saltine Lake by the tens of thousands, migrating southward after they've done breeding. Mono Lake provides abundant food resources and a place to molt and replace their feathers. But many of these species, especially shorebirds, have been in decline. The reasons are complicated, but water diversions, habitat loss, and climate change are major factors. At a recent State Water Board workshop, scientists from Point Blue Conservation Science shared their research about the peril facing migrating water birds. Blake Bartley is an avian ecologist. He pointed out the scale of the population decline.
We see the scale of loss for birds across these so many different taxa, and shorebirds coming out as some of the biggest losers over the last 40 or 50 years across North America in particular, with estimates of
What's the solution? More government spending.
the last 40 years.
The board is gathering information ahead of a hearing to determine whether water diversion from the Mono Basin should be modified to bring Mono Lake back to its legally mandated management level. Los Angeles began draining water from Mono Lake and the rivers and creeks that supplied it in the 1940s, at one point lowering the lake by more than 40 feet.
Not every single one of them, James.
Threatening to destroy
About
the fragile
60%.
ecosystem. That changed more than
But you
20
can
years
see
ago.
all my restoration videos on the channel.
Setting a healthy lake level of 6,392 feet above sea level, which is still much lower than the original level. Today, the lake sits at 6,385 feet, 7 feet below the state's target, and more than 30 feet lower than before the diversions began. The long-term negative trends scientists are observing are giving them a clue of the winners and losers among species being stressed by the changing environment. Barbary says research has highlighted how much these species are reliant on Mono Lake and other saline lakes in the interior West.
We see the different taxa, some of the areas that are most impacted by human use and changing climate over time. These
Yes.
specific birds looking for seasonal wetland habitats.
You can see I got a lot of restoration videos on my playlist, hundreds of them.
In the Intermountain West, we're 37% decline across 120 sites in the last 30 years. And we're estimating even larger declines in spring, more than 53% decline across these sites during the spring period.
California gulls are one of the species most at risk.
Yeah, it's like the wind died
Excessive
down.
Mono Basin to Los Angeles have kept the lake from reaching its healthy ecological size. Ryan Burnett is a conservation biologist studying gulls.
Yeah, a lot of it's
Lake.
tube equipment that's been restored. Every unit here represents a significant milestone.
Land bridges to the islands.
Welcome awake, Kelly.
Nests, making them vulnerable to predation by coyotes. Now, coyotes are even swimming to some of the near shore
We got a
islands.
wildfire in here somewhere
Especially
in the
ferocious
county.
during recent drought years, pointing to one small island in particular.
Before this happened, there were 439 nests in 2015,
Oh.
60 nests in 2016, and from 2017 to 2023, there were no nesting gulls on Java. So this pattern continues of if terrestrial predators, coyotes in particular, access these nesting islands.
Thousands of homes. Yes, they were. You can see all my videos.
Increasingly, California gulls are
I got it all covered. Before the National Guard came, I was out there the next morning at 6 a.m. with my camera. The Hilton was still on fire.
All other species of shorebirds whose traditional habitat it is. Dr. Nathan Van Schmidt is Director of Regional Strategies for the San Francisco Bay Bird Observatory.
We now have 60% of the total California gull population. If land bridge issues continue and we get a total abandonment of Mono Lake, it could be nearly 100%.
He emphasizes that because California gulls are voracious nest predators, their massive colonies have significant negative impacts on native nesting water birds across the
Well, Raimundo, you're too kind. Thank you.
species are even threatened or endangered.
I just, that's why
Of habitat disruption at Mono Lake is
That's why YouTube can never classify my channel, because it's one of the last variety channels. There's metal detecting, homesteading, cooking, vintage audio, travel, live streams. So they don't know what the hell to call it. So
Communities that are at extreme risk of sea level rise, we need to build tidal marsh to protect. We have a lot of other native water birds that are already trying to make use of a smaller and shrinking number of habitats as a result of that tidal marsh restoration, reducing pond habitats, and the connection.
oh, that took the edge off tonight. Yeah, the wind suddenly died down. No, it didn't. It's windy out back.
Dr. Nathan Van Schmidt emphasizes that Mono Lake once had the primary population of nesting California gulls, but now with 40,000 of them, the South San Francisco Bay has nearly doubled Mono Lake's population. Meanwhile, a UCLA report presented to the State Water Board earlier this year found the lake has just a 1 in 3 chance of reaching its target level by mid-century under current pumping levels.
Oh, man.
Although that number roughly doubles if Los Angeles stops drawing water.
It all takes money, boys.
Los Angeles water officials dispute the findings, saying their own modeling shows the lake
It all
is likely
takes
to get
money,
started
boys.
in the coming decades, even with continued exports, which they say make up a small share of the basin's water. Regulators say it's the first time in decades the board has taken up the issue. And
I have JBLs from 1961 JBLs.
Reporting for the Pacific Evening News and KFCF Radio.
And I have
More
pokes.
than a half century after the murder of celebrated Chilean singer-songwriter Victor Jara, some measure of justice is being delivered. Lauren Schmidt reports.
Oh, that was a beautiful little Thursday night pick-me-up. The Firestorm special. Hey, Matt and Eric, long time. How you guys doing? How's my girl Sissy doing down there? Guys, please hit the thumbs up if you're coming in. It's appreciated.
Just days after the U.S.-backed military coup overthrew
This too shall pass.
elected socialist government of President Salvador Allende.
Where's Dr. Frankenstein when you need him?
Pinochet. Now, 3 years later, the last fugitive convicted in Jara's murder has been captured. Retired Chilean Army Colonel.
I always ask, I never forget Sissy. What a beautiful gal.
After evading
Never forget, Matt and Eric.
years, despite a judge ordering the 80-year-old to immediately begin serving his sentence of 25
She's lucky to have you, boys.
He was convicted of kidnapping.
All right, boys, that's going to do it for me tonight. I think that takes us up to, what, 4 hours or so? So I'm going to go ahead and close it down. If you guys have not hit the thumbs up button, you know what tomorrow is, Friday. We got a little bit of shopping to do tomorrow. We got a little bit of shopping to do on Saturday. Ronnie, Shimei, Seattle Judy, thank you so much for everything that you do. Jerry, appreciate you. Everybody else. Ramundo, you can call me Rosie. Everybody else has for almost 14 years. So, yeah, I think we're over 4 hours here now, Jerry. Comfortably over 4 hours. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Seattle Judy, Ronnie. Not sure Shimei was here, but appreciate all of you. Thank you very much. Thumbs up are appreciated.